the Citizen Potawatomi Athletic Commission. It's Commissioners Joey Miller, Jack Barrett, and Aaron Capps. Your physicians at ringside are Dr. Larry Lovelace and Dr. David Lovelace. Your timekeepers this evening, Ted Van and Julie Sutherland. Your judges at ringside, Joseph Mason, Gerald Ritter, and David Sutherland. And the man in charge at the sound of the bell, Mr. Gary Ritter. And now, to everyone here in attendance inside Fire Lake Arena, and to everybody watching on ESPN, this bout is scheduled as a 12-round final eliminator for the IBF Lightweight World Title. And as always, this is boxing, this is Top Rank, and oh, baby, this is the main event! Introducing first out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 134.7 pounds, wearing white trunks with black trim. His record, 26 victories, 5 defeats, 2 draws, 5 of those victories coming by way of knockout. Making his United States debut, he is the reigning and defending IBO World Champion from Doncaster, United Kingdom, Maxi Maximus Hughes! Introducing out of the red corner, he weighed in at 134.6 pounds, wearing white trunks with silver trim. His record, 20 victories with 2 defeats, 10 of those victories coming by way of knockout. He is the former lineal and unified WBA, WBO, and IBF lightweight world champion from Sydney, Australia, George Ferocious Kambosos Jr.
Chief second, fighter only. Okay, gentlemen, this is for the IBO Lightweight Championship of the World and the IBF Title Eliminator. Conduct yourself as champions. You received your instructions earlier. Give us a spirited, clean fight. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. That's the foul line. That's the foul line. Let's go.
Joe Tessitore and Tim Bradley ringside with you here in Oklahoma for the return of George Kambosos, who Tim says he's an improved fighter. He's refreshed. He looks back at the Haney stuff as a learning experience. Interestingly, he mentioned that Devin Haney himself has reached out, has given him some advice, has given him some pointers as to what he does.
Interesting.
What are you looking forward to see if George Kambosos is indeed a different fighter than the one we most recently saw?
It's all about his setup. You know, everything off his jab, but tonight is going to be about tempo. The tempo matters tonight for Kambosos. Pressure, you know, has a way of disrupting the pure boxers when it's done right, and he's going to have to pressure Maxi. You know, Maxi is pretty good with his feet. He gets in and out. It's all about, for Maxi on the other side, it's about standing in the center of the ring and dominating the center of the ring, keeping his back up off those ropes and catching Kambosos as he tries to come in and commit.
Southpaw Hughes probing with that jab with range. He is the pure boxer, as Timmy has mentioned.
See, right now I'm seeing Kambosos moving to his right. You traditionally want to move to your left when you're fighting against the southpaw.
Stay away from that power hand.
Stay away from the power hand.
Although Hughes does not possess much power.
But he's moving towards it still. He can still point with it. Maxi Hughes is going to be looking to set up that left hand, waiting on George to step in. There it is.
There's the left hand from Maxi Hughes.
And as long as George is going that way, he's going to be able to land it. I'll tell you this, I do like that double right hand. You don't see that often with the southpaw versus an orthodox fighter. Double right hands. How many times do you think a southpaw sees a double right hand coming? He doesn't see it often. Some good stuff right there from Kambosos.
Kambosos trying to range find a bit with that left hand, that lead hand.
Yeah, he's trying to keep his hand on top of Hughes' lead hand. That's important. You got to dominate. It's called lead hand dominance. You got to dominate that lead hand. And if you can take that out of the equation, then all you have to worry about is one punch, and that's the backhand of the opposition. We saw it with Tank versus Garcia. You saw that. Tank kept his hand on top of Garcia's lead hand, not allowing him to use his left hook.
Kambosos comes forward, try to fire that right hand to the body. It was a powerful first round by George Kambosos that defined the high water mark of his career, and that's when he floored Teofimo Lopez on the night when he shocked the world.
Stop, break, step back. Both fighters, step back.
George is explosive. He closes that gap quickly. That right hand to the body came in extremely fast. Hughes wasn't aware. That's a good shot right there from Hughes.
So いう自分の持っている個性がスタイルかなって思う。自分のことを表現するのがスタイルになっていくんじゃないかなって思います。
We love what we do and we love the people we serve.
But it gets expensive.
What if we told you Jiffy Lube is providing complimentary servicing to ice cream trucks this summer?
Very exciting and saved us some money.
Yes. Thank you, Jiffy Lube.
It's a great lot. And the previous owner was really into DIY.
Ah. Is that a chinchilla?
Yes. Stair slide, a Murphy tub.
Finding a perfect home is hard. Thankfully, Geico makes it easy to bundle and save.
It's that New York City buzz. It's fire on the court and off. It's edge of your seat and up on your feet. It's U.S. Open.
Round two here in Oklahoma. Kambosos with 9 punches landed in the first round. Maxie Hughes with 6 punches landed in that round. There's that left hand at the end of that first round to the body, Timmy.
Yeah, just timing the rush in. You see Kambosos leaving his feet right there, coming in, trying to attack the southpaw. Nice little shot placed right underneath on that rib on the right side of George. And I think that's a spot that Hughes is trying to commit to often. Beautiful counter again for Maxie right there, taking that right hand on to land his left hand. See, you never want to allow a pure boxer who's technically sound, who's tactically sound, to have a lot of time to think like this. You know, George's going to either have to make a decision to step on the gas pedal. You know, maybe it's still a little bit too early for him right now, but sooner or later he's going to have to make a change in his game plan. He's trying to sit on the outside and outbox Maxie. There's that jab I was talking about. Those hands are low from Kambosos. Again, I don't understand why he has his foot placed on the inside trying to shoot a jab in the right hand. And I'm talking about Kambosos. You usually want to try to get your foot on the outside. Yes, you can move right, you can move left. I understand that, but when you look to throw that right hand or throw any combinations, you have better chances of landing cleaner shots by getting that foot on the outside of the lead foot of the southpaw.
See if he can find that position. Right now, they're nearly stepping on each other's lead foot. As Hughes finds success, 3-punch combination.
Gee, Hughes, he'll stand his ground. He'll take a few off the gloves, but he'll stay tight and he'll fire back. So George is going to have to get his offense off, and then he's going to have to think about defense. What's next after that to avoid the shots or the counterattack from Hughes? See, it's the distance in between that I believe that George is worried about. Now, they say Hughes don't have power. Beautiful right hand. Perfect time. But that distance in between. It's a little further away. That head is a little further away for the orthodox fighter. Good right hand from George. Good timing from George.
I hear the clap, both men willing to fire. Caught him coming in. Back here in Shawnee, Oklahoma, round number 3 of our 12-round IBF lightweight title eliminator between George Kambosos and Maxie Hughes. Notice an elbow on the inside in that last exchange.
Let me show you what the judges can't see, nor did the referee to close to the action. You see that elbow right there thrown. Now, I don't know if that's deliberate, but look at how he extends with that elbow coming straight out. I mean, you can say that's deliberate. I mean, I can look at that and say that's possibly deliberate, but man, that's close. Never want to get caught with a shot like that, an elbow.
Let's check in with Bernardo.
I just spoke with Don House, the new trainer for George Kambosos for this fight, and asked him what he wanted to see here. And he says, look, George can't continue to pull straight back, and he's got to get behind the jab to open up that defense.
Tim, what do you make of the trainer change for George Kambosos?
Well, he had no choice. One of his other trainers had to go back home due to a family death, so he had to get someone to train him. But it takes a little while, again, to get used to the new style and the new techniques of what the trainer is trying to instill in you. But I think it's working tonight for George because Maxie Hughes, ooh, beautiful uppercut by Maxie Hughes. Maxie Hughes doesn't have a whole lot of firepower to make George Kambosos be what George Kambosos truly is. Bring out the old George Kambosos. See, from this distance, George can take his time and he can think. But right now, Maxie Hughes right now is making George pay when he steps forward from a far out distance. Ooh, big shots by both men right there. Kambosos getting the better of that exchange with that right hand. Maxie Hughes is not getting his head up off that line. He's looking to time George, but at the same time, he's keeping his head on that line, and George is coming in behind a double right hand.
Stop, break, step back.
See, you push down on your opponent's head like that, and any chance you get him in that position because you're making him do a squat. You're weakening his legs.
It's energy's happening.
That body shot right there.
You could hear it.
That hurt George. No doubt about it. You see him tuck forward after getting hit with that shot, and he's playing it off right now. Right in the pit of the stomach.
そういう自分の持っている個性がスタイルかなって思う。自分のことを表現するのがスタイルになっていくんじゃないかなって思います。
Marie is ready to buy her first home. But a down payment and closing costs, those are big checks.
Good thing I have big news. Come on. When you buy with Rocket Homes and finance with Rocket Mortgage, you get up to $10,000 cash toward closing from Rocket Mortgage. Yeah, and one you can get only with Rocket. Isn't that a good deal? That's a good deal, right? Visit onlywithrocket.com to get started today.
It's that walkout hype. It's the next generation now. It's electricity you don't just see, it's one you feel. And it only happens here.
Maxie Hughes potentially gaining some confidence after that work to the body he did in that third round.
Look, this is textbook stuff right here. This is how you systematically break down your opponent right here, by targeting that body, targeting that liver right there. Good job by Maxie Hughes. Finding a home for that left hand downstairs. That's been the shot for him all night. You see the response from George right there as he folds over. That shot hurt him, but he played it off well.
To the punches last round, Maxie Hughes outlanding Kambosos 10-3.
See, George gives it away when he's going to attack.
Bernard, are you able to listen in to Sean O'Hagan in the corner of Maxie Hughes?
I actually spoke to Sean O'Hagan, his trainer, and I asked him what he wanted to see, and he says he's got to keep dominating round by round. We can't get carried away with landing a good body shot like we did. He's just got to stay consistent and keep the pressure on.
Staying consistent, one of the keys to a boxer pulling an upset like this.
See, and George hasn't fought a southpaw since his third professional fight.
Yes.
You know, doesn't have a whole lot of experience. And I know he sparred Manny Pacquiao many rounds, over 250 rounds, but that was some time ago.
There's a double right hand.
See, the only advantage that the southpaw has is that he's used to fighting right-handers. That's the advantage. Other than that, there's no advantage. Both guys can land their backhands. And the lead hand is all about battling position. But you can see Maxie's a little bit more comfortable fighting against the orthodox. George looks a little bewildered at times. See how you get caught with spots like that with shots. Yes, it looks like George is getting the better of that exchange, but you're not seeing the small little place shots in him to the midsection of Maxie Hughes.
See Maxie Hughes' production with the jabs compared to what he did in previous CompuBox.
Good shot right there from George. Let his hands go at the right time, catching Maxie Hughes out of position. Again, his feet are on the inside. And see, and that's the tactical stuff that I'm talking about, Tess. Not getting close to the ropes, stepping in, Maxie Hughes stepping in and tying up George and not allowing him to work.
You see the promotion for Tuesday, July 25th in what is a spectacular fight at junior featherweight as Stephen Fulton puts his unified titles on the line against one of the pound-for-pound best in the world, Naoya Inoue, the monster. Coverage will begin at 4:30 a.m. Eastern. We expect the main event approximately at 8 a.m. Eastern, and then the fight's available all day long on ESPN+.
そういう自分の持っている個性がスタイルかなって思う。自分のことを表現するのがスタイルになっていくんじゃないかなって思います。
We love what we do and we love the people we serve.
But it gets expensive.
What if we told you Jiffy Lube is providing complimentary servicing to ice cream trucks this summer?
Very exciting and saves us some money.
Yes.
Thank you, Jiffy Lube.
Get ready. Slam Ball makes its triumphant return to the iconic city, Las Vegas. Football and basketball cultures collide. Stars will be born and legends will be made. Slam Ball is back Thursday through Sunday on the networks of ESPN.
This is the fight everybody wants to see.
Have you ever seen anything like Chuck's engagement?
Buckle your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen.
Maxie Hughes has a 29-26 connect advantage as we begin round number 5. Mark Kriegel, what is your scorecard read?
I got it 3-1. Maxie Hughes
Listen, he told us, I've got what it takes to beat him. I'm in the peak. He's got a great engine. He likes to talk. Devin box and move. That's me, but I'm a southpaw. And to be frank about it, Kambosos looks befuddled by a southpaw. And by the way, listen, he's not a guy who can give away rounds. He's not a knockout puncher.
No, he is not. 10 knockouts and 20 wins. His new trainer is Don House. What is he saying, Bernardo?
Two things that are concerning him. First is the fact that the outside foot of Maxie Hughes is not being controlled by Kambosos in terms of foot placement, and the fact that he keeps leaning towards Maxie Hughes' power hand.
So you can see it on this angle right here. You see it overhead. That's a great angle right there. Watch the lead foot of Maxie Hughes, that black shoe on his right foot. Right now it's to the outside. That is exactly where he wants it to be. And Tim, to your point, when you get southpaw versus orthodox, you got to be the other way.
He hurt him. He hurt him with that left hand.
And there's another left hand that comes in.
Look at Maxie. Maxie hurt him with that left hand.
So more confidence bubbling up from Maxie Hughes.
And he cut him. He's cut over his right eye. Kambosos is.
Can see a drip of blood coming down.
Stop.
4 times George Kambosos has previously dealt with cuts over his eye.
Look at the counters in the distance right here from Maxie Hughes. Doing a great job, just taking a full step back, sometimes a half step back and firing as Kambosos come right through that front door. Sneaky body shot right there from Maxie. Maxie's having his way right now. He's having a great moment. It's a good round for him. See, now you're starting to see the old Kambosos starting to come out. You're starting to see him rush his shots. His technique isn't there. His hands placement is back down. He's not doing the things. He's doing the things that he used to do, not the new things now, Tess.
Stitch Duran's going to have to get to work after this 5th round. A left hand from Maxie Hughes. Biggest punch of the fight so far. A cut above the right eye of George Kambosos.
See, Maxie's using footwork. That's what he's using. Ring generalship to set up his attack. Beautiful shot right there again from Maxie. Kambosos is having his moments. He's landing jabs here and there and occasionally right hands. But this is a good round, and probably one of the best rounds of this fight for Maxie.
Remember, Devin Haney opened up a cut over the right eye of George Kambosos back in October. And now Hughes with a big moment.
Cut ball punch. Cut ball punch. Cut ball punch. Cut ball punch.
Nice. That's just a block right there, a parry. The lead hand from Maxie Hughes. And a straight left hand right down the middle. And you see the foot placement. That's the biggest issue right now with Kambosos. He can't get his foot placement right. And this is what opens up that cut. That's a beautiful shot right on the top of the eye.
Great accuracy there.
Oh, my goodness. But again, Kambosos is doing a lot of the work for Maxie Hughes. The foot placement. He's putting himself in position for that straight left hand. He needs to get his foot or try to get his foot on the outside and exit the weak side of Maxie Hughes, which is his lead hand side.
Has to be a sense of urgency right now for George Kambosos. A 15-7 connect advantage in the last round for Maxie Hughes. 5 losses in his career, a 12-year pro. But he's won 7 in a row. And Timmy, when we met with him the other day, and I say this often, there are times when you meet with fighters, you get a really clear picture as to where they are. He was extremely confident. He came in detailing how he went out of his way seeking this fight, feeling as though this is the perfect fight at the right time in his career.
Well, right now, the fight's not over, but he's executing his plan. He saw something in Kambosos that he can exploit, and that's what he's trying to do right now. He believed that he can beat him, but now he has to prove it. Oh, headbutt clash right there by both men. Maxey, big gash over the left eye.
That clash just moments ago here in round number 6 has opened up a cut above the left eye of Maxey Hughes.
Nice follow-up. Maxey got out, exited the right way, but Kambosos just sweeping with the left hook, catching him on his exit.
Meanwhile, Stitch Duran had to get to work, Bernardo, on the right eye of George Kambosos.
Yeah, he told me it's a pretty good size cut, and I'm going to have to earn my money tonight, but I think I can get it under control. And now we'll see what Tommy McCormick will have to do with Maxey Hughes' cut.
And in the meantime, another left hand from Maxey Hughes moments ago was able to land.
Stop, break, step back, step back.
Maxey is boxing his behind off tonight. He is boxing his behind off. He's stepping back. That step back game is crucial. You know, when you make your man fall short and you catch him as he's coming in, and Kambosos still hasn't figured it out yet. That left hand keeps continuously finding a home for itself. There it is again.
Left hand comes from Maxey Hughes. Remember, that cut was caused by a clash of heads early on in this round.
So you自分の持っている個性がスタイルかなって思う。自分のことを表現するのがスタイルになっていくんじゃないかなって思います。
We love what we do and we love the people we serve.
But it gets expensive.
What if we told you Jiffy Lube is providing complimentary servicing to ice cream trucks this summer?
Very exciting. It saved us some money.
Yes.
Thank you, Jiffy Lube.
Get ready. Slam Ball makes its triumphant return to the iconic city, Las Vegas. Football and basketball cultures collide. Stars will be born and legends will be made. Slam Ball is...
See, this is what I'm talking about, the step back game. This is what Hughes is using against Kambosos. Nice little short step back, half a step back, boom, counter. Uppercut, nice little swivel jab on the inside. Uppercut from the far out. Beautiful, just catching Kambosos as he gets overly aggressive, trying to close the distance and not doing it the right way, not doing it behind his jab, getting his head over his front foot, and it's just easy pickings for a slick boxer like Maxey Hughes.
And with that step back, just a little bit out of the danger zone and then countering, a 49-44 connect advantage for Maxey Hughes. Now, as for the headbutts we saw in the last round, well, this was the one that did the most damage, causing that Z-shaped cut over the eye of Maxey.
See, and that happens often because, again, the right hands, both guys' backhands line up on the same side. So when they shoot the right hand, and if they lean just a tad bit forward and they don't have the opposite hand up, they're going to clash heads. See, I don't think I've seen Maxey on the ropes not once. He hasn't been on the ropes once.
It's a good sign for him.
It's a great sign for him, but it's a bad sign for Kambosos.
Yes.
That's where he's going to have most of his success. He has to get him to the ropes so he can stay still and not be able to move and work his offense.
Bernardo, what do we need to know about that cut?
And I spoke with Tommy McCormick, and he says, look, it's just a superficial cut. I think I can keep it under control. And just to confirm, referee Gary Ritter did get confirmation on the replay that it was headbutt, so it has been ruled that way.
And by the way, here in this commission that they're using in Shawnee, Oklahoma, the tribal commission under the auspices of Joey Miller, they do have the use of replay.
Good right hand from George Kambosos. Starting to find a home for his offense now. He's just getting busy. That's what it's all about. It's about letting his hands go. He let his hands go. Something will eventually land. And Tessie's doing it without getting over his feet. That's important because Maxie's going to be looking to time him on his way in. Close the distance behind with your jab. Beautiful shot right there.
It was a left hand by Hughes, and then return fire from Kambosos.
It was a double right hand, then the left hook, sweeping left hook. Kambosos seemed like he's found something that he's exploiting.
Well, he better.
He's found something.
As he has put himself in a hole early on. That cut looks a little more than superficial on Maxie Hughes.
そういう自分の持っている個性がスタイルかなって思う。自分のことを表現するのがスタイルになっていくんじゃないかなって思います。
We love our house. The outdoor space is great, but we do have invasive weeds.
I think we got in the house.
I think you're right.
Stay away from my family. Why are you so strong?
At least Geico makes bundling my home and car insurance easy. We save so much.
You want me to get the spray stuff?
Get the spray stuff.
He's up here!
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Hey, enjoy your meal.
Thanks, you too.
Question: how do you recover from an awkward exchange?
Hey, don't forget to set your lineup tonight.
ESPN Fantasy Football.
Thank you.
You too.
And listening in to the corners after round number 7, the Kambosos camp urging him to utilize the right hand. You heard Don House say the right hand is there. You gotta let it go. Meanwhile, Maxie Hughes and his group, led by Sean O'Hagan, feels that continues to be an opportunity for them. They say just keep looking for the counters. As we are here in round number 8, Maxie Hughes has had some moments. He had good work, especially in round number 5, when he caused a cut over the right eye of George Kambosos, when he landed 2 big flush left hands. A clash of heads at round number 6 opened up a Z-shaped cut over the eye of Maxie Hughes. And here we are in a title eliminator. Kambosos came in so confident with a plan to resurrect this stage of his career and get back into title contention. Hughes is upset-minded. Bernardo.
I just spoke with Don House, and he told me, look, I need George to be more offensive. Double up the jab, pull back, bring Maxie in, land the right, but followed up with that left hook.
And that's what he just did moments ago. He also had success with it towards the end of round number 7. Don House, the new Vegas-based trainer for George Kambosos.
That's a little trickery right there. Being deceptive with your offense. That's what he wants to be. He wants to fire the jab, act like he's going to commit with the right hand, then throw the right hand, and then sweep with the left hook, because Maxie continuously moves on that weak side. The weak side is the lead hand of the orthodox fighter. So he's going to cut off that sweep. That's what he's looking for, to cut off that sweep. But he can't just be hesitating and trying to think about it. He got to be doing something. And I'm saying Kambosos have to be doing something to set that up, to set that trap up. Use that jab to get him to move that way. Just subtle movement, creativity, subtle movement right there from Maxie. Beautiful left hand counter.
Don't grab his head. Stop.
Early punched him in the back of the head there. Reminder, you see it there, Tuesday, July 25th, one of the most anticipated fights in boxing, as Stephen Fulton, the unified champion at junior featherweight, takes on the ultimate challenge, the recent undisputed world champion at 118 pounds, the monster Naoya Inoue. We will come on live with fight coverage at 4:30 a.m. Eastern Time Tuesday morning. The fight is in Tokyo, Japan, so 4:30 a.m. Eastern time. The main event, the super fight of Inoue Fulton, approximately 8 a.m. Eastern, then replayed all day long on ESPN+. That is going to be a scene Tuesday.
So いう自分の持っている個性がスタイルかなって思う。自分のことを表現するのがスタイルになっていくんじゃないかなって思います。
We love what we do and we love the people we serve.
But it gets expensive.
What if we told you Jiffy Lube is providing complimentary servicing to ice cream trucks this summer?
Very excited and saved us some money.
Yes.
Thank you, Jiffy Lube.
Thursday Night Thunder is back.
Green flag, and we're racing in the Camping World SRX Series. For each one of these drivers, it's also going to be an awful lot of fun testing themselves against the superstars of racing.
Look, I don't know who's going to win this fight, but I'm going to tell you this. The commission needs to see this right here. That's another elbow thrown by Maxie Hughes. Another elbow thrown by him. That is an illegal shot. That is very dangerous for the fighter on the receiving end.
Mark Kriegel, your scorecard.
Hey, Timmy, it's boxing. I got 6 rounds to 2. I got 6 rounds to 2, Maxie. I just see Sandor Martin in this the whole way through. I mean, Kambosos, it's about time he gets his foot outside. But listen, at 6 rounds to 2, Kambosos' last knockout was June 7th, 2019. You do the math.
There's a lot to take away from the comments you just made. Earlier tonight, we discussed who is George Kambosos. Is he a one-hit wonder that took advantage of a night that Teofimo Lopez was dealing with what come to find out was a life-threatening medical condition when he pulled the ultimate upset? Or is he the guy that was completely, utterly outclassed by Devin Haney, and prior to that, a string of, let's call it, B-plus level split decision wins? You also mentioned Sandor Martin. Martin is the Spanish fighter, a European boxer like Maxie Hughes, who came stateside and went up and had a very good performance against Teofimo Lopez. Some ringside observers felt that he deserved the decision. But to Mark's point, here is Maxie Hughes, a European pure boxer coming over here and perhaps not getting the credit that he deserved entering this fight.
See, the thing is that I said before this, possibly it was just the gifts of Devin Haney, speed, reach, the fact that he's a boxer, technically sound.
Yeah, stylistically a nightmare matchup for George Kambosos.
George has a problem dealing with boxers, period. And he's facing a southpaw boxer in Maxie Hughes, who's giving him all the fits in the world right now. You know who else is a boxer in this division? Shakur Stevenson.
Who is sitting ringside. And he's a supremely skilled boxer puncher.
And you know who else is? Vasily Lomachenko.
And if you missed it earlier, Mark Kriegel has detailed the fact that it is anticipated very soon we will hear that Devin Haney is going to vacate his undisputed titles, move to 140 pounds, take on Regis Prograis, and hopefully set up an absolute mega fight spectacle to unify belts against Teofimo Lopez in 2024, which would mean a lot of freedom at 135 pounds to collect belts. This is a fight that would put one of these two men in position. But Shakur Stevenson, of course, would be in prime position to pick up the remnants at 135 pounds. Good exchange to close out this round.
So いう自分の持っている個性がスタイルかなって思う。自分のことを表現するのがスタイルになっていくんじゃないかなって思います。
At Jiffy Lube, it's our job to keep you moving. With a full range of services from oil changes and tire rotations to filters, wipers, and more, we've got what your car needs right when you need it, so you're ready for whatever's next. Putting you in the driver's seat of car care, that's a job for Jiffy.
Thursday Night Thunder is back.
Green flag, and we're racing in the Camping World SRX Series. For each one of these drivers, it's also going to be an awful lot of fun testing themselves against the superstars of racing.
Season 3, only on ESPN.
This is the fight everybody wants to see.
Have you ever seen anything like Chuck's engagement?
Buckle your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen.
As we begin the 10th round, you look at the CompuBox numbers and you see that George Kambosos is only landing 19% of his total punches against Maxie Hughes. Not that either guy has scintillating CompuBox numbers tonight of a 73-64 advantage for Maxie Hughes. This is the kind of fight where you could see the judges having scores spray painted all over the place. Do they appreciate the boxing of Maxie Hughes? There are some clear rounds for Maxie Hughes. He did legitimate damage in round number 5 with the left hand's landing flush. In fact, opening up a cut over the right eye. But do they go for simple aggression of Kambosos that has been wholly ineffective? Or do they appreciate the boxing of Maxie Hughes?
Well, right now I'm appreciating the clean, effective punches and the footwork of Maxie Hughes. You know, he's using subtle angles to create openings to frustrate Kambosos. This is, to me, this is a masterclass of ring generalship.
Maxie Hughes came in a significant underdog. Kambosos a 4-1 favorite. Reminder, Fulton Inouye coverage will begin at 4:30 a.m. Eastern time. That fight in Tokyo on Tuesday for 2 belts at 122 pounds, and to see how things could be shook up in the pound-for-pound rankings. And then we will also have a boxing broadcast next Friday with the great Sinisa Superbad Estrada in action.
Those are 2 double good right hands and a left hook. You're seeing right now Kambosos starting to find his mark, getting a little bit of time in now, cornering. And when I say cornering, no, he's not getting him in the corner, but what he's doing is he's punching where he thinks he's going, where he's going to be. Landing that left hook and right hand now.
Able to get out of the way that time as he came forward, landed a right hand of his own. Needs to finish strong, does Kambosos. Try to create some separation here. Underneath with the left hand to the body from Hughes. Straight left from Maxie Hughes. Remember how effective that was in round number 5. And then the uppercut.
Taking advantage of his aggression. Getting over his front foot. Leaning forward. Leaving his head in position right on the line. Straight left hand right down the middle. Maxie cannot miss with that shot.
Oh. There's another left hand from Maxie Hughes.
You're looking at him. Stop looking at him. You're in shape. Go to work. You got the hand speed. You got all the combinations you know how to do. You need to go to work. All right? Stop looking at this kid. This kid don't want to be here. Only reason why this kid is still here because of you. You need to go to work. All right? You let them hands go. Put them double jabs in front. Pull right hand, left hook.
This shot right here at the end of that last round looked like a big shot. You see the sweat flying off of the body of Kambosos, but Kambosos caught that shot on his shoulder.
That's a good example as to why there are judges at 3 different sides of the ring right there.
Exactly. Now, do you think the judge on the opposite side saw that?
See the numbers so far. Low connect percentages, especially for Kambosos, hovering at 19%. Ramon Matthews and Don House urging him on. You heard them tell Kambosos, the only reason this guy is still here is because of you. Get to work. He has 6 minutes of work left in this title eliminator.
Kambosos is being brought back to Haney. His 2 losses right now. He's getting brought back mentally. Maxie Hughes is taking him there because he's having a hard time tracking him down. Maxie Hughes is making him pay, doing the same thing that Haney was doing. Allowing him to make mistakes and making him pay. Good double right hand right there from Kambosos, trying to get something started. But he needs to throw more punches, Tess.
It was far more pronounced the way Haney did it. Of course, he's far more skilled and athletic than Maxie Hughes. The first fight dominating with the jab, the second fight with the right hand. But it's the ring generalship of Maxie Hughes
that
should be appreciated in this fight.
That's what I'm talking about. Any remnants. Ooh. I don't know if he hit with that left uppercut, but man, he's looking for it. Maxie's clever. This is what I'm talking about right here. Technical boxing. Masterclass technical boxing.
SportsCenter is going to be coming your way next once we wrap up here in Shawnee, Oklahoma. And then just go to the app to see the State of Boxing, where we will have all the post-fight analysis and interviews. And we will set the table with a full preview of Stephen Fulton, Naoya Inoue, that is just now days away for the unified titles at junior featherweight. Robesi Ramirez also with a title defense from Japan coming your way on ESPN Plus Tuesday. And a special guest on the State of Boxing immediately following this main event on ESPN Plus, on the app. Shakur Stevenson will join us live. A lot to discuss with Shakur.
When you give a slick southpaw like this, you give him room, you give him time to think, that's what he's going to do. If I'm in George's corner right now, I'm saying, man, you better sell out. You got to let your hands go. Hit his body, hit something, hit his arms. You need to pressure him. Don't allow him to tie you up when you get close and work your hands. Just let him go. As you can see right there, he ties him up.
He's going to hear a big dose of that.
You see that? He ties him up after him. See, and this is the things that I'm talking about for our fight that's coming up, I believe, on Tuesday. The same stuff, this is what I'm talking about. The tactical work, the technical work that I see a fighter like.
It'll be fascinating to hear what they say to George Kambosos here.
Ladies and gentlemen, last final round. Fire Lake Arena, we go to the 12th and final round. You got to box this here. Finish this show up strong. Don't overstep the right hand. Don't overstep the punch. You're overstepping that right hand all day long. Basic boxing. Jab, jab, touch, right hand, left hook. Just basic boxing with this kid. All right? You got your speed, you got everything, but you got to do it. Come on.
What? What he said, they outbox him. He needs to tell him that he needs to go get this kid. You need a knockout to win this fight. That's what his corner needs to tell him. And he needs to tell him to come behind the jab, tuck your chin. You might take one, you might take two, but you know what? You have to take those shots to get yours in.
Which way will the judges see this? The way we see it, and many ringside observers, is that Maxie Hughes has been outboxing Kambosos and is right there to pull the upset. Does Kambosos need to finish strong, with urgency, with some desperation here in round 12?
And what I meant by that statement I was going to talk about, and I saw the bell was going to be ringing. Was going to ring. Fulton, tactically sound, tying up Inoue in close, not allowing him to work. You know, ooh, headbutt right there.
Another clash of heads. There was a clash of heads in the 6th round that opened up a cut. There's a right hand from Kambosos.
If Fulton can do exactly what Maxie Hughes is doing, stand in the center of the ring, controlling the range, and making the monster overcommit, leave himself open, and he's able to land counters on him, he can beat the monster.
We will get that answer Tuesday morning. Stephen Fulton against Naoya Inoue. The two undefeated world champions meeting up. Now at 122 pounds is Inoue.
See, neither guy, they have to take the initiative right now. These are the championship rounds. You want to win this round in dominant fashion, just in case the judges have it one way, one round. You know, you got to dominate. And neither guy right now is doing that. And Maxie Hughes got to understand that he is the B side of things. He's not the A side. You want to leave a last impression on the judges. Finish strong. We got a minute left. Not many punches have landed this round.
Not at all.
By either guy. It's like they're posing.
It's a nondescript final
Yeah.
round where you would think it's there for the taking.
It is there for the taking right now. Either guy, whoever steps on the gas pedal right now, let his hands go, can win this round. And this could decide, ultimately, the fight. You just never know what these judges are wanting.
No, you don't. So, lead left hand from Hughes.
See, but when he misses big like that, you have to be there to make him pay. Let's see who closes this action. Let's see who closes this round, Tess.
We will see which way it goes, but the bottom line is that was not the performance or the evening that George Kambosos was looking for. No matter which way it goes, that was not what he anticipated
not
looking
at all.
like tonight.
Called a slick boxer. Slick, pure boxer. George has problems with pure boxers. He hasn't learned the fundamentals and the techniques needed to deal with a slick boxer. I don't think he's been taught that, even with this new training. You don't want to sit on the outside with a boxer like this and allow him to use his mind and angles and set up shop on you and catch you coming in and so on and so forth.
Top Rank Boxing on ESPN is presented by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Did the former undisputed champion do enough? Or did Maxie Hughes pull off the upset? We find out after this.
そういう自分の持っている個性がスタイルかなって思う。自分のことを表現するのがスタイルになっていくんじゃないかなって思います。
We love what we do and we love the people we serve.
But it gets expensive.
What if we told you Jiffy Lube is providing complimentary servicing to ice cream trucks this summer?
Very exciting. It saved us some money.
Yes.
Thank you, Jiffy Lube.
Since the dawn of man, getting help has been hard. Whether it's for ED, hair loss, or your mental health. Through HIMS, getting help is simple. It all starts with one small click for you. And you. And you. That can change everything for future you. That's healthcare, as it should be. Click now, thank yourself later. Get started at 4hims.com.
It's that walkout hype. It's the next generation now. It's electricity you don't just see, it's one you feel. And it only happens here.
Hey, enjoy your meal.
Thanks, you too.
Question: how do you recover from an awkward exchange?
Hey, don't forget to set your lineup tonight.
ESPN Fantasy Football.
Thank you.
You too.
You want to know what it takes to be great? You work harder, go further, train longer. There's more to it. The secret is how you recover. When active recovery is part of your game, you're thinking about your whole game. Backed by science, trusted by champions, loved by all. Activate your recovery with UFOs.
At Jiffy Lube, it's our job to make car care make sense. With personalized service reviews that swap the car talk for straight talk, so you know what your car is telling you and what to do about it. Putting you in the driver's seat of car care, that's a job for Jiffy. Since the dawn of man, getting help has been hard.
Whether it's for ED, hair loss, or your mental health. Through Hims, getting help is simple. It all starts with one small click for you. And you. And you. That can change everything for future you. That's healthcare, as it should be. Click now, thank yourself later. Get started at 4hims.com.
We love our house. The outdoor space is great, but we do have invasive weeds.
I think we got in the house.
I think you're right.
Stay away from my family.
Why are you so strong? At least Geico makes bundling my home and car insurance easy. We save so much.
You want me to get the spray stuff?
Get the spray stuff.
He's up here!
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Don't have your Turtles tickets yet? Y'all not as cool as I thought you would.
Oh, no, hey, man, no.
Time's running out.
What do we do? What do we do?
Be the first to see Ninja Turtles, only theaters August 2nd.
Get ready. Slam Ball makes its triumphant return to the iconic city, Las Vegas. Football and basketball cultures collide. Stars will be born and legends will be made. Slam Ball is back Thursday through Sunday on the networks of ESPN.
Thank you very much. Look forward to Sports Center. We will also have the State of Boxing on the ESPN app, a live interview with Shakur Stevenson, all the post-fight analysis and interviews. This is going to be a curious one. Mark Kriegel, what does your scorecard read?
9 rounds to 3. Maxie Hughes. Listen, don't diminish what Devin Haney did, but it just looked like Kambosos never fought a southpaw. He can talk about Pacquiao all he wants, and don't diminish Maxie Hughes as just being technical. Boxing like that takes a lot of guts, fellas.
We often know when you have the guy trying to be the aggressor and is ineffective against the guy who's showing boxing skills and ring generalship, you can get scorecards that read every which way. How do these read? Here's Mark Chanot.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds here inside Fire Lake Arena in Shawnee, Oklahoma, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision. David Sutherland scores the bout 114-114. Joseph Mason, 117-111. Gerald Ritter, 115-113. For your winner by majority decision, George Ferocious Kambosos Jr.
You hear the mixed reaction from the crowd here in Oklahoma. And Joseph Mason should be on the Christmas card list for George Kambosos with that 117-111. Maxie Hughes gave a very good effort with his boxing skill tonight. But it's George Kambosos who comes out with a majority decision victory. 117-111 and a 115-113 top it for him. We will have Fulton Inouye on ESPN Plus Tuesday morning. Huge world title fight. State of Boxing is coming up.